Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Perkins. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Operating from the gun. Perkins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Shreds the tackle, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
22, Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle made by A.J. Boye.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Complete to Adam Humphries.
Adam Humphries there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead.
The kick
and this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
7. Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Perkins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Sliding out of the pocket. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Intended for.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't got a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
Off play action. Perkins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun. Perkins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. It's Tannehill. They're trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start with a give to Henry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
A 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain. On second down, here's Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
The tackle made by Kareem.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And it's complete. Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down carry for Henry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. We're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to it. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going deep for Brown, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Broncos, 18.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run forward with Henry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And that'll be incomplete. Perkins took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Perkins. He's got his tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, Perkins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
Off play action, Perkins going for it all. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
Quick throw complete, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And incomplete. Rings up.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And returning it, here's Hamler. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Tannehill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st down, it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It'll be be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Operating from the gun, Perkins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Harold Landry with the sack, and the third-year player out of Boston College. He led the Titans in sacks last season with 9 total. And now with the addition of Vic Beasley, that should take some pressure off of him, and maybe his numbers might even jump.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on second down. Perkins flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He dumps it off for Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's 4th down.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brown. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on second down, Perkins. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game with the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
To throw again, Perkins. He completes this to Sutton and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
39-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Perkins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Broncos 20, Titans 16.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Again, it's Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Tennessee.
Here you go, right here. 30. Cross.
Tannehill throwing again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 20. Yards there and give him the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He pitches it, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On the play fake, Perkins. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
That's a game.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
To kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 53 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I think we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, look at my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down